Okay, moving on to another Y Combinator backed startup, payment gateway platform Razorpay is rebranding to launch more products for merchants, and it's now going to offer a whole range of products to become a complete payments player. Here's Rahul Dayama, who got talking with Harshal Mathur, the co-founder of the startup, to know more about this as well as the business post the GST era. Listen in.
The last 2 years, we have grown considerably in the core payment gateway space. We have grown to almost 45,000 merchants right now, and we've been serving their needs for a very long time. One thing that merchants constantly look up to us is that we have a good technology and we have good connects with banks. How we can make use of that to solve further of their pain points, going beyond the payment gateway. And that is what we have been working for past 1 year, and this is just a rollout of that. So now we are transforming ourselves from a pure payment gateway platform to a complete managed payment solution, which can do everything from a business, right from accepting payments via different channels to dispersing these payments to their sub-vendors, to managing their invoice collections, to, for example, managing subscriptions and recurring payment collections. So all of this under one single platform, that's what we are bringing with this.
Got it. What about GST? How does GST sort of figure? Because everything certainly has changed. Most of GST has come into picture. So, how is that transition played out for merchants on your end, and how are you really catering to the demand in the GST era?
So I think especially with GST, one thing that is happening is that since GST is all digital and you need to upload your invoices and all of that digitally at the end of every month, merchants are coming back to us and saying how can they digitalize the complete value chain inside the business. And that's what a lot of these products are around. Especially with the advent of GST, merchants want to digitize their internal processes as well, which a lot of which used to be manual. For example, invoice generation, or for example, bank transfer collection, your NEFT and RTGS collection. They used to be very manual processes. Now with the advent of GST, merchants are also looking at how can they digitize this so that it connects and fits well together into the whole GST platform. Especially one of our products that we are launching with this is the invoicing solution. It is built with GST in mind, and it is a completely GST compliant solution, so that a merchant who doesn't even have a website or an app can use
transaction easily.
Can use Razorpay, create the invoices on this, and then automatically upload these to GST.
Got it.
And do the reporting much more easily.
Got it. Also, you were one of the first players who tested waters with UPI. So have you seen an acceleration there over the last few months with the larger focus on UPI, the simplicity of it really? So, from the time that you've launched it till now, what sort of a growth has the UPI side of the business really seen?
So we were the first third-party processor to launch support for UPI, and what we have increasingly seen is that, of course, after demonetization, the UPI numbers have kept growing. Also, with the launch of newer apps on the consumer side, a couple of apps, Google has come out with the app. We are hearing a lot of other international brands are also coming in this space. The advent of more consumer apps will drive customer adoption, and at the same time, use of UPI on merchants should also increase. And that's what we are also looking forward.
And meantime, keeping pace with the